We've assembled a panel here at the table as well. Our chief legal correspondent, Ari Melber, is here with us, and so is Katie Fang. We usually have Katie Fang via remote, but she is with us in the flesh. And so is John Q. Kelly, lead attorney for the estate of Nicole Brown Simpson. John Q. with us here in studio as well. Katie, let me start with you. We spent some time yesterday talking about the factors that these parole board members are going to be considering. Specifically, what are they?
Well, they're going to look at stuff like his current age. OJ is 70 years old. They're going to look at if he has any gang affiliations or gang, which he has none. So it's going to be a point system, and if he scores low enough on that scale, then in and of itself he should qualify to be granted parole. But what I want to remind everyone is it's always going to be discretionary. It's going to be up to these commissioners to decide whether or not they want to give O.J. Simpson parole, but the number system will inure to his benefit at this time. He's been, as you said, a model prisoner.
All right, Melber, if you were a betting man, which I know you were not, what would you surmise these parole board members are going to do?
You never know what's going to happen in a judicial proceeding like this, but we do know the last time that his parole was considered in this state under some of these charges, he was granted parole. That wasn't enough under the rules to get him out. But that tells us that this point system worked in O.J. Simpson's favor last time. We would expect him to have a good chance of getting parole today, unless there are incidents or other mitigating or external factors that we don't know about. And it is a fact that he has basically served this term thus far without any great incident being publicly reported.
All right, right now, left side of your screen, the parole board members walking in, taking their seats. That is in Carson City, Nevada, the state capital. On the right side of your screen, if we can bring that back up just a moment there, that is where we're told that Simpson is going to appear via video conference. That's Lovelock, Nevada. This is a remote part of that state. This is where Simpson has been serving the sentence for roughly 9 years now. You see some of his attorneys have gathered there at the table. He is, again, set to make some remarks. He is also going to be taking some questions as well. John Q. Kelly, I apologize in advance if I have to cut you off to join this thing in progress. You're wearing two hats today. Your first hat representing the family of Nicole Brown Simpson. I would imagine you would like him remain in prison today.
I think that's right. I mean, ultimately, the parole board, parole's a privilege. It's not a right. They can't consider public safety. The man has a decades-long history of criminal conduct. And, you know, going back to '94, he was found not guilty of a double homicide. He wasn't found innocent. Unanimous jury of 12 afterwards found by clear and convincing evidence he showed depraved indifference in committing these murders, basically.
So you think that is certainly something that this parole board should consider?
Well, sure. And the crime of 2007. This was a very violent, menacing situation, 2 loaded guns, a bunch of large men in a small room, and it could have been catastrophic. Lives could have been lost again. These are 3 instances back to '89 with his no contest plea against spousal battery with Nicole. 3 violent situations he's been involved in, no question.
How much weight can the parole board give to what John Q. Kelly is describing?
Well, with regard to the criminal proceedings, everyone knows O.J. was found not guilty there with regard to the double homicide. So I think the answer there is almost none. But it is certainly true this is discretionary. That is why we are not exaggerating when we say we don't know. And I think it's fair to say, as with all things O.J. Simpson, the eyes of the nation, again, on the criminal justice system, how it works, how unpredictable it is, and which way discretion goes. I don't have to remind anyone that celebrity, race, and class are always an issue when it comes to the criminal conduct and potential criminal transgressions of Orenthal James Simpson.